thing. You know what all the artists do when it comes to Smooth Day in the Neighborhood. They spit their ish. So yeah, we here today, Artist of the Week. We're here with Jody the Real.
Jody the Real.
I put my hand right there, hold me closer, and I put your hands right there, boy, I'll show you.
Yo, wait, no, you gotta let me yowl. So how you gonna take over my thing?
My fault, man.
Alright.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yo, Tom Braves, you see what he do, man.
Show 'em how to move and stomp niggas in groups. Grab the Smith & Wesson, get the flexing, so who you testing? What? With my aggression, I break a nigga neck into sections. Flow as hell, but I'm sending your ass to heaven, yeah. What?
Yeah, damn, I ain't got my homie Green here to do this yeet, but you already know what it is. I'm here with Ajay Ram,
What's up,
the
man?
big homie. Now, this is a man of a lot of talents. This guy's on the home base. He's from LaGuardia Community College.
Yeah.
And you already know, that's where we do our interviews at.
LAGCC Pride.
You heard all day. You heard LAGCC for life. And, I just want to let you tell the people about what you do.
I move furniture on the weekend. My boogie and my do bar mitzvahs. Now,
Bar mitzvahs. Shout out to bar mitzvahs.
Shout out to bar mitzvahs. Shout out to my Jewish brothers and sisters. Now I do. Mostly I'm a musician.
Okay.
But I own a community outreach program called Low Culture.
Okay, no
which
problem.
our main goal is to cultivate like creativity within our culture and just give people an outlet. Give people like an outlet to network with their fellow artists, their fellow creative. But I do directing. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a writer. I've done pieces for Complex before.
Really?
Yeah. I've done pieces for Pigeons and Planes before. Well, Pigeons and Planes is a subsidiary of Complex.
Okay.
Shout out to Pigeons and Planes, by the way.
Yo,
I got a piece that they're waiting on right now, and I've been, Finals Week, and I've been kind of dropping the ball on that shit. But when I get to them, I'm gonna hit them with it. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah, you do a lot
I just
of
try to
things.
do what I try to do. Like, I act sometimes, and mostly it's like directing and shit like that. But I just do shit to pass the time.
Okay, cool. That sounds fantastic. You do a lot of things. So, out of all those things, which one was your first love, or which one you desire to do the most?
Filmmaking was my first love.
Mm-hmm.
I've wanted to direct since I was like 5.
Really?
Like, actually, I wanted to be like a paleontologist first because I love like Jurassic Park and shit like that when I was a little nigga. But like, freaking, so I watched that. Wanted to dig up dinosaur bones and stuff like that. But then I was like, wait a minute. Well, instead of doing that, why don't I just make films like that?
Exactly.
So I got a huge passion for science, but I've never been that keen as far as like math and numbers go. But I still love like space and
astrology and all that type of stuff.
Like astrophysics and stuff like that. So instead of doing that and being in the lab all day, I thought, you know what, why don't I just like put those type of images on the screen and like maybe inspire someone else to do something like in that field. You
also have an event coming up.
Yes.
And this is the Low Culture event, correct?
Yeah, word. It's gonna be next Friday actually. Brooklyn Fireproof, which is Bushwick, like kind of like Williamsburg-y area off like the Morgan Ave stop. Pretty much it's gonna be like a music and art showcase. We did this before in March and it was really successful. So now we're coming back. Actually, one of the artists, she goes here to LaGuardia. Her name is Marisol Diamante, and she's ill as fuck. Like she's really dope. So we're coming back with her. She's bringing a few more artists. I'm gonna perform, but that's not really important.
Nah, it is, man.
You know what I mean, a few more of my artist friends are gonna perform. My homie Johnny Voltic, who's actually my mentor, is gonna perform. My homie Scott James is gonna perform. My homie Taquan Sound's gonna perform. My homie Prep Banks. Actually, I just shot video for Prep Banks. By the way.
Really? So you shoot videos too?
Yeah, I mean,
man, you a beast.
Whatever keeps me from doing nothing. But the event's gonna be lit. It's gonna be music and art and a good opportunity for people to network and a good opportunity for people to, connect with their fellow artists. Because I know a lot of us, we live in a bubble and shit. Like we're like, damn, how do how do I hook up with a producer? How do I hook up with
Absolutely,
a videographer?
man.
And that's why I created Low Culture, because I'm that same way. Like, I mean, nowadays I do everything. A lot of things I do is out of necessity. It's out of like, I can't find a director, so fuck it. Or I can't find someone to write up, or I can't get shows booked for me. So, or for my friends can't, they don't do shows like all these other artists I see. So let's make our own movement. So that's what really it's about. It's like we're at the beginning stages of creating our own movement, and we're welcoming anybody and everybody who wants to be a part of it.
Right. Yeah, man. Shout out to his camera. This is a filmmaker, and he's using a very high resolution camera right now. And I just want to say,
cool.
man, you doing your thing, man. So,
Yeah.
more about the event.
Okay.
Now, artists is gonna be welcome to come from all over. To this venue.
From everywhere. Pretty much what it's gonna be is like, it's gonna be performances. We're gonna have performances, but really it's one of those open-ended events to where anything could happen. There could be a cipher at one moment. Actually, we're gonna be shooting too, because it's all part of like a bigger documentary we're doing. But there could be a cipher could pop out at any moment. Like, it's gonna be a jam session. My homie Johnny's gonna bring his band. Like, so it's gonna be like a real like vibe cultivating. If you want to be a part of the action, you could be a part of the action.
And will there be refreshments?
Yes.
Served?
So there will be a bar. There will not be an open bar, but there will be a bar. You can get your drink on. You could chill. There will be refreshments. Actually, my homegirl, she does cakes.
Oh, okay.
She does like the real like ill like homemade cakes, like banana pudding, like red velvet, fusion type shit. So she's gonna be there with the cakes. So if you want some cake, it might be first come first serve type shit. But
so you know what that means? Everybody get your ass there early. And what time does it start?
It starts at 7:30. Actually, I forgot to mention that we're gonna be doing like live giveaways too.
Really?
From me and from like a couple creators I know. Like, there's gonna be artist merch. We're gonna be doing giveaways throughout the night. The raffle tickets are free with entry. So if you enter, you're automatically in the raffle. You get the hand stamp. You get in the raffle, and you might win some. So.
Oh man, yo, y'all gonna see me there. You know what? As a matter of fact, I want to produce this event though. I really do want to produce this. What was your first film that you directed, or what was your first, I'd say, media project? What was your first video?
My first video was like probably like stuff here. I've always done like little like video projects since I was a kid, with just like disposable video cameras and stuff you can get from CVS. You used to have the joints from CVS that would be like 20 minutes, and I'm like, in retrospect, it's kind of a ripoff. But I just wanted to film. I was doing anything and everything to film. I wrote the treatment to my own video, which came out last year. No, 2 years ago. And we did that like in a bamboo forest in New Jersey. But for the most part, like, I'm just starting to get my hands dirty with like short films and just trying to shoot anything I can. First and foremost, I'm a screenwriter. So it all started with writing, and then like now it's like, okay, let me put this stuff that's in my head to motion.
Oh, all right. I see what you're saying. So, what genre of like films you write? Was it comedy or
anything and everything? Like, I'm writing let me not say anything and everything, because niggas always say that. They always do like, type of music, you make anything and everything. Word, nigga, you make opera? Word? What's going on? Are you a baritone or a soprano? No, but I'm drawn to like, I like comedy a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm writing a feature film right now about Harlem, and it's a comedy.
Really?
For the most part, but it also deals with themes of gentrification, themes of like old Harlem versus new Harlem. So I like films that give you a bit of everything. Like, my favorite directors, they always give you a bit of like comedy and horror. They'll give you the best of both worlds. They'll give you life. Like, that's what they'll give you, like a full real life experience when you watch.
So this is your project that's coming up this summer.
What, the feature film?
Well, yeah, the film about Harlem.
Oh, nah. We're writing that right now. That's gonna be like a big production. So really, I'm just working on that draft right now.
Okay.
I'm really, that film is all about building community. So like building community. So really, I want to get all the actors, directors, all the screenwriters, all the people that want to be in this and don't have the outlet to be in this, I want them to be a part of it. So really it's going to be something like that where we're trying to just build the cavalry right now.
All right, and actually I got a chance to view one of your documentaries for artists, and just talk about the process of that.
Which one was that?
You was at the museum.
The Scott James joint.
Yeah.
My homie Scott James. Actually, that's part of a bigger, interview series. Low Culture would do the interview series called Lumiere, and it's just like a spotlight for like real like people that we know that are just creative, that are any type of field. They could be a rapper, they could be a singer, they could be a freaking visual artist, they could be a filmmaker, they could be a caterer. Like, it's just like putting that into focus and shooting these type of interviews that are really unorthodox. And you know, I mean, as someone who like conducts interviews, you know, like there's a lot of whack interviews out there. There's a lot of interviews that people ask like really stupid questions. Like it's like if someone asked me like shit that has nothing to do with me, like like what do you think about Solange and Jay-Z? And I'm like,
yeah, man.
Well, they were at my house last weekend, so they were fine. But like, people have a tendency to ask really stupid ass interviews, and like my whole approach to interviewing is like we ask like questions that are we ask the same questions every time to to people, and that tells you more about the artist than if you asked a like really particular question for them. Like, how did you get your name? Like, that might not be as interesting as a question, like the questions we ask. I know you've seen it, but like some of the questions we ask, like if you were to if there was a movie about your life, who would you cast as your mother and your father? Like questions like what part of the day are you most creative? Questions like what's the first album you bought? Or like
actually, yeah, I did see that. I remember that question.
You did like Big Willie styles on it.
Yeah. I was like,
but that you wouldn't expect that at all. Like, and then there's a story behind it. Like, cause his mom wouldn't let him get like the raw shit. Yeah. So like, but like that evokes more of of something than when you start rapping. It's like that question is really close ended. It's like I started rapping in high school. Next question. But like I want questions where it makes the interviewee think, and where it makes the audience think.
You know what? That's pretty good. That's real interesting. And so who are your influences as a filmmaker?
Oh, that's a good question. Now all your questions were good. I don't want to be like, oh, finally.
Nah, because I love your questions though. You know what? I should incorporate it into our interviews though. You know, what was your first album or whatnot? But yeah, who was your influence as a filmmaker? Because that's your first passion.
My influence as a filmmaker are really kind of, I mean, of course, like the obvious answer is Spike and shit. Like,
yeah, shout out to Spike, even though he hasn't made
shout out to brother Spike. He hasn't made a good movie in a minute. Even though I like She Hate Me. I like She Hate Me. Did you see She Hate Me?
No,
people were shitting on that, but it was a really good film with the homie what's his name? Kerry Washington's in it, and she's a lesbian in the film. So
that sucks.
You might want to peep that.
Oh, all right, cool.
But Spike, of course, but also like I love David Cronenberg.
Okay.
He's a really cool director. He did The Fly. He did a film called Scanners. He does a lot of like body horror. Like it's really like he has a real cool approach to horror. I love Hitchcock. My first love was Spielberg because he was just making films that, as a child, like really gauged my interest. Like he made films about dinosaurs and aliens and
kind of like the supernatural kind.
But then he could hit you with, as you get older, you realize he could hit you with some shit like Amistad, or he could hit you with some shit like Munich, or some shit that's real like, or he did Color Purple. Like he hit you with some real deep shit. Of course, I love Scorsese. I love like real New York centric films.
Of course, man.
Wes Anderson's cool. I love Hype Williams, even though he mostly did music videos, but he changed the game. Like Hype Williams changed the game, and when he did Belly, like Belly is one of my favorite films.
Belly is one of the greatest films of all time.
You either hate Belly or you love Belly.
I never met anybody that hate Belly.
I've met close friends that hate Belly, but because they just don't. With Belly, it's like Belly is different than Boys in the Hood and shit, where you could just sit down chill, watch it. Like Boys in the Hood plays 1,000 times on Fuse.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those, you know, like common denominator for everyone's films. Belly is like, you gotta really love the culture and really love filmmaking to really sit back and be like, yo,
Belly's a
this shit is, there's never been another street film like that. And I love street films. I love Shotters. I love Paid in Full. Like I love Menace. But like
Paid in Full is another legendary.
Paid in Full is crazy. Paid in Full is so crazy. Like Paid in Full is like, out of towners, they want to be New Yorkers because of Paid in Full.
Yeah, everybody wanted to be from Harlem.
Everybody wanted to be from Harlem. Everybody wanted to be a Harlem.
Like, you know what I mean? Everybody wanted to be from Harlem when that film came out. So yo, everybody go come to the event, please.
Yeah, we're gonna like show it like on the shit. Like the photo of it.
Really? Oh yeah, definitely. June 6th, correct?
You're like, word? Oh yeah, word. June
6th.
Friday, June 6th. It's next Friday. By the time this goes up, it'll probably be this Friday. So
it's gonna be Monday. This video will be released on Monday.
So
it'll
be this Friday. Like so, this Friday coming up, June 6th, Brooklyn Fireproof. You could that's off the Morgan Avenue stop on the L train. So if you come in, just we can probably show the picture. We'll show like the details, and we'd love to have everybody there.
Yo, so that's Ajay.
Yeah, Ajay Ram.
Ajay Ram.
I don't like to show a whole government. That's like weird because that's my actual name. But yeah, word. S. Ajay Ram.
In the house. And another thing is too, everybody knows that I give pin to my artist, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give him a pin. But I don't know where my bag is at. But basically, I'm gonna give him a pen and we out. I need a pen
in my life.
You stupid. We out though.
Who said something about a sophomore slump? For the jump, I jump up. The problem is, my soul ain't driving as empty as my pockets is. I'm just trying to be as dope as Christopher Wallace is, captain of the ship. Stop asking where the pilot is. Been doing it for years. You should